Hello, everybody, and welcome to our August Community Showcase. I can't believe I'm saying it's already August. I feel like we are in a time warp, and it's just happened in like August came in a month instead of, the 5 months that we've been in quarantine. But anyhow, welcome to our Capital Factory Community Showcase 70s edition. I hope you can tell by my somewhat 70s attire. I did try, but my hair, I don't think it just goes that way, but that's okay. We today are going to be hearing from our community. So today we are going to hear pitches and highlights from meetups and companies in our community. We are going to hear from our CEO and Joshua Bear in a few moments. We are also going to play a little bit of tech trivia. So it's going to be an all-around fun event, hopefully for you and for me as well. So before we get into all of that, we are going to go over this slide very quickly. So introduce yourself in the chat. This event is specifically made so we can make connections. We can learn who you are out there. And we can't do that if we don't know who you are and if you're here. So make sure to introduce yourself in the chat, drop where you work, let us know what your favorite dog is. Just let us know that you're here and chat with other attendees. So make sure those comments that you are dropping down in the chat, that they are appropriate for this event. And as you can see, we are going to have some tech trivia today. We will be, did I even introduce myself? I'm Rebecca Zinsmeyer, the Community Programs Coordinator at Capital Factory. I'm so sorry, guys. I totally forgot who I was for a second, but welcome. So we are going to have tech trivia today, and we are going to have 3 different tech trivia questions. Each of them are going to be a little bit different than the one before, and you will be able to win a $25 gift card for the first 2. And for the last tech trivia question, you will be able to either win a sourced cocktail box or a $50 gift card, whichever you would like. So before we jump into programming and hear those pitches, we are going to hear a few words from our founder and CEO, Joshua Bear. And let's bring him up. Please take it away, Josh.
Howdy. My name's Joshua Bear, and I'm the founder of Capital Factory. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to our monthly member showcase. This is the one time of the month when we highlight all the new members, mentors, meetups, and everyone else that's new to our community and help connect them and plug them in to everybody else. One of the things that's most different about Capital Factory than other tech hubs and other accelerators is that we're constantly bringing new people in every month. It's a fire hose that just keeps on going. And so there's always new people to meet and always new people to connect to and introduce. So you all have a job today, everybody who's in the audience, everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching online. Your job is to help connect these people in to the people they need to meet, to key mentors who could give them advice and help them, to other startups that are working on similar things that they should know about, to people they might want to hire or potentially co-founders, to maybe someone who could be their first customer or a pilot, or really just give them some great advice. So please pay attention, listen, as you hear all these pitches, as you meet all these new people, and tell us who they should meet. Put it in the chat, shout it out, and we're going to be listening. We're going to be paying attention. We're going to write them all down, and we're going to go make those connections and make them happen. And this matters. This makes a big difference, and it can make a big difference for you, and it can make a big difference for everybody who's up introducing themselves today. So thanks for being here today. Thanks for being part of our community, and listen, pay attention, meet all these people, and think about who you can introduce them to.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh, for those opening remarks. And like Josh said, just make sure to listen to introduce yourself so we can make those connections and make those connections for those that are pitching today. So we are going to move on to our first tech trivia game. Woohoo! So I like to call this the rapid round. I'm going to warm you guys up rapidly. And this round is called rapid round because this question isn't difficult. It is really just to see who can answer the question the absolute fastest. And if you see me looking over here, I have a tri-screen setup, y'all. So it's getting crazy, but I am going to be looking at the answers in the chats just to make sure that we're making sure the right person wins or is chosen to win. So I also have Autumn Hankinson, who is helping me out, our community operations coordinator, and she'll just be making sure as well that I'm seeing whose answer came in first. So without further ado, y'all, our first question. What are the official creatures / logos for Twitter and Snapchat? Anyone know the official logos or creatures for both Twitter and Snapchat? Just make sure to chat it out in the Hopin chat desk. I know that there's a couple of chats, but Zach Pennington always coming in for the win on one of these. You are right, Zach. All right, so it is a bird and a ghost. Like I said, this was a fairly easy question, but I wanted to get you all warmed up. Nothing too hard. But Zach, if you would like to email me as usual and let me know that you won so I can get you that $25 gift card of your choice. All right, so we are going to be moving into staff intros. We have one of our newest additions to Capital Factory staff, Adrienne Stone. She is our venture associate in Houston. She's going to come up and just discuss her background a little bit and let us know what she does at Capital Factory and how she can help you connect to our ecosystem. So if we could please bring Adrienne Stone up. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, let us know all about you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Okay, so a little bit about me. I actually am coming from similar, if you've met our former Houston venture associate, Brittany Barretto, we both went to Baylor College of Medicine. I got my PhD in translational biology and molecular medicine, which is just like a really fancy way of saying an interdisciplinary program. I did my research on gene therapy for osteoarthritis. So that was really 6 years of my life. And then through that, I got involved with programs in the Houston area called Adventure and really kind of started to dip my toe into the life science entrepreneurship space there. After that, I went and worked at the company 23andMe in the Silicon Valley Bay Area for about 1.5 years and was on their product team where I helped to develop the feature of My Health Action Plan. If you're a customer, then you've probably seen it. And I probably wrote most of the stuff that you saw on that page. But after that, I came back here. And when I saw that Brittany was moving on, I was quick to jump in and throw my hat in the ring because I just really wanted to get involved and help the startup ecosystem in the Houston area and the state of Texas. So that is where that's kind of my background, and that is I guess a little bit about me, Rebecca.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adrienne. And we are going to see you in just a couple of minutes. You will be sitting on our suggestion panel. So we're just going to move right along to it. Thanks, and we'll see you just in a couple of minutes. But we are going to move right along into our community pitches. So for those of you that are new to this showcase, we have about 3 to 5 pitches every month. Companies in the community pitch their product, their platform, their company, whatever they'd like to pitch. And we then open the floor up to our attendees to tell them who they think or provide suggestions on who they think that they should meet with, or even an event that they should attend. So we are going to hear from a few companies in our community, and they are going to end their pitch with who they need to meet with, or what they need in order to make their company successful. So like Josh said earlier, just make sure to pay attention very closely to that. If you would like to meet anybody that is pitching today, let us know. We are writing those suggestions down, and we will be sending those suggestions to those companies after this event ends. So just make sure to be vocal in the chat if you're interested in either meeting anybody from the pitches today, or if you think you know somebody that they should meet. So we are going to, and before we do that, I want to give a shout out to DivInc, one of our long-term partners. They are bridging the gap for underrepresented entrepreneurs and bridging that gap for the things that they need in order to make successful companies. So we, as our ongoing partnership, we have a few of their newest accelerator companies from their spring accelerator program joining us today to pitch. So big shout out to DivInc, and you will see 1 or 2 of these companies today pitching. So for our pitching companies, we have Stay Tuned, Choose Health, Service Ganja, and then Organic Robotics Corporation. And we are going to start with Stay Tuned. So Stay Tuned is a solution that operationalizes communication using AI that improves both internal and external process, which then provides consistent guest service by front desk agents. And we are going to have Rick Smith from Stay Tuned pop up here and give his pitch. Can we get Rick up on stage, please?
All right, Rebecca, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I love your shirt.
Thank God. Yeah, I went and looked, and I'm like, oh, she said 70s. So these were very popular during the 70s.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you for staying on theme. I enjoy that. But we can hear you, so take it away. You have 2 to 2.5 minutes to pitch your company.
All right, great. I'll take the 2 minutes. So my name's Rick Smith. I'm one of the co-founders of Stay Tuned. Myself and my fellow co-founders have a combined 80 plus years of corporate experience in enterprise systems, analytics, and machine learning. And part of our job, an important aspect of it has been travel. So for work and leisure, we have traveled. And this is what led us to really start to go down the path of a Stay Tuned. We realized that the hospitality industry really had 3 problems as a whole. And in those areas of focus, there was a high staff turnover. Right now, according to the Industry Department of Labor Statistics, it's at 78% for hospitality in particular. There are mounting losses from loyalty programs. Marriott reported a $179 million loss by Marriott alone. And then there's also the inclusion of additional losses incurred by online travel agencies. That was a big problem, which is typically a 30% loss in profit to this particular sector of industry. Now, this was all before COVID-19. So with Stay Tuned, what we came to the realization of is that we were able to actually start to impact that and really provide some value and overall cost reduction to that particular industry segment. Part of what we're doing in Stay Tuned, it's a front end and back end platform that provides seamless integration into the hotel's mobile platform and guest management systems. And it's really designed to reduce complexity. We do this by capturing a 360-degree view of the guest experience, both inside and outside the hotel. So that's both on and off property. And this offers contactless hospitality such as AI chat and live video communications with the same element of human touch. This allows providers to control costs, further address any of their staff constraints, and sustain overall workforce efficiency by automating tasks and minimizing the dependence on tribal knowledge. We currently have an MVP and we're working on a pilot with delivers contactless hospitality. We're also in place to start speaking with other hotels and deliver paid pilots. One of the things we're looking for is the ability to do pilots and also for additional funding. And we have a full marketing and funding plan in play right now that we can talk about later. But thank you for the time. And I'd love to tell you more about Stay Tuned when we get more time.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Rick. And we're going to keep you up on stage for now. And I'm going to bring up Adrian as well so we can provide some suggestions to you guys or to you, and Stay Tuned. And for anybody that is in the audience right now, please throw out your suggestions. Who should Rick meet? And Rick, if you just want to say it again, what you're looking for, just so everybody can hear that one more time.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to. So we're looking for funding and also looking for pilots in the hospitality industry. And it's not just hotels. We're looking at casinos. We're looking at resorts, ships, you name it. Lots of things that cover that real spectrum.
All right, perfect. So if we could bring Adrian up, please. Awesome. Adrian, please provide your pitches.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I wish I had as cool of a shirt as you did. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I am totally out of theme. So I actually was thinking that if you have not already met with Daniel Senyard, that might be a good connection for you. So he's done some travel startups and hospitality industry stuff. So he may have some interesting connections that could help you find that first pilot. And yeah, so that was the big one that I found. Rebecca, did anybody from the chat have any suggestions?
Let's see if anybody from the chat wants to send out some suggestions, please do so now. But I do want to say that Dan Gallagher, he is our community partnerships manager. He said, rock solid pitch, Rick. Well done. So shout out to you. But we will get those suggestions to you. I know Adrian wrote a few more suggestions in our master doc, so I will send those suggestions off to you tomorrow, so you can look at those and make those connections. But if you would like to go over to the attendee side, people can ask you questions there, Rick, and provide more suggestions or even connect. So if for those of you that aren't aware, on Hopin, you are able to connect with people, other attendees that are here right now, and you can do so by clicking people on the right-hand side of your screen. Just search the name of who you're looking for and send them a message. So if anybody wants to talk to Rick that way, he will be heading over to the Hopin side, and please do that.
All right, great.
All right,
Thank
see you later. And we will bring you back up after the next pitch, Adrian. All right. So next, do we have Mark in the room? Let's see here. It looks like we do have Mark. So Mark is from Choose Health. It's a simple, affordable, at-home health testing. And if we can bring Mark up, please. Hi, Mark.
Hey, how are you? You're going to have to excuse me. My camera will not work for some reason.
Oh, no. You know what? Technology, we've all been through it. So that's okay. But you have 2 minutes or 2 to 2.5 minutes to pitch. You can start that now.
It's probably for my benefit because I've been in my pajamas all day anyways.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Nice to meet everyone. Thanks for showing up. So essentially, we've developed out the most affordable way to answer the question, am I healthy on the inside? The product is built by 4 functional physicians or root cause physicians who typically charge $1,000, $2,000 for a consultation. We've tried to replicate the entry level of that process for $34. So essentially, it's an at-home blood test. Customer orders from the site or orders through a physician affiliate page. Kit goes directly to the home. They take the test, takes about 5 minutes, goes directly back to a third-party lab. It's an at-home finger stick test, goes directly back to a third-party lab. And then we make results available to both end user and physician if they have a consenting physician. So the actual software or the application behind it is we help people personalize the tests that they want. So we bring people come in, they answer some very basic questions. What are your health goals? What do you want to achieve? Then we help identify which tests would actually be important for them. So if somebody has low energy or they're having issues with sleep, we help them actually select which tests to order. And then when they get the results, we help them understand where they can improve. So we've basically baked in clinical endpoints behind diet, exercise, different lifestyle behaviors, and all for, so it's kind of like a health tracking service on an ongoing basis. So really the stage we're at, we went up on Republic about a month ago. So we launched this product properly in January of this year. We've grown to about 35K a month run rate in the first 7 months of the year. And we went up on Republic 3 weeks ago. We've raised about just under 100K in the first 3 weeks. And Republic is obviously an ongoing effort, and I would love to hear any suggestions or any feedback on ways to kind of tap into local PR. We're obviously based here in Austin. We've been through the Capital Factory Accelerator, and any suggestions or support on kind of getting the message out on the Republic page and the raise will be really helpful. I also have a 50% off coupon for anybody that wants to try the product themselves.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So if you want to send that out in the private chat, we will get it over to the attendees so we can, so we can send that coupon out. But awesome. So there's a question actually for some clarity before we jump into suggestions. Is your primary selling point to physicians, clinics, hospitals, direct to consumer, or a mixture of the two?
So we're about 70% direct to consumer today, and then 30% is through physicians, where essentially we enable remote diagnostics for physicians. So
Okay.
Instead of a doctor telling somebody to go into a blood clinic to do a test, we're essentially enabling the logistical piece of shipping kits to their patients.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, if anybody has any suggestions, please put them in the chat, and we will bring Adrienne up now so she is able to provide her suggestions.
Hey, Mark. I am really this is a great pitch, and I love this. I'm very much a millennial in that I'm all about the quantified self. So very cool that you are doing this. I think one thing I have seen work really well for other companies in this space are to do influencer campaigns. Have you guys considered doing something along those lines with like, you know, female bloggers or male bloggers along those lines where they talk about doing the test and getting the results?
We've had several, nice to meet you, Adrienne. We've had several influencers talk about it, but nobody with any massive audience, and we've refined the messaging and the product. So I think we're actually just in the process of going back out with the bigger medical influencer. And
so I've got to look up the names, but there's a couple of platforms that I know of that might help you in maybe dialing in on those influencers. I also am going to include in the spreadsheet just some of the like medical resources that we have here in the med center, some good connections that might be a handy, you know, mentor or partnership type agreement as well.
Great, appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, Rebecca, you muted.
I've been doing these events for months, and there is not one event I have not done where I do not unmute myself and I try and talk. So sorry about that, guys. But I was saying, Mark, or if anybody would like to continue speaking with Mark, has any other questions or would like to provide suggestions, if you want to just head over to the attendee side, Mark, and we can do that there. So we are going to move on to the next pitch. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Adrienne. Alrighty, our next pitch is going to be Service Ganja. Service Ganja makes dispensaries better. And then that is their Twitter ad if you would like to add them and tell them how awesome they are. If we can bring up Sean Simon. Hello, Sean, we can't see you.
Hey, Rebecca. It's funny, I was thinking the same thing about the last guy. I've been battling with this camera as well.
Everyone's having camera issues.
It was on and then it went off. I'm like, man, what's going on? But we're here, and I appreciate you guys, for having us involved.
Yeah, no problem. All right, well, you have 2 to 2.5 minutes to pitch your company, and starting now.
Yeah, so I'm the co-founder and CEO of Service Ganja, and the cannabis dispensary. Well, the cannabis revolution is now. It's here. The cannabis industry is currently a $20 billion industry. By 2026, we're expected to exceed over $100 billion. And currently, right now, of the 50 states, only 13 states are legal states. So the market for us is guaranteed to grow. And if an entrepreneur desires to start a cannabis dispensary business, they're required to use a software that is cannabis specific and compliant. So our job, as other business owners, is to get them to use us. So the current problem for small to medium-sized dispensary owners is operational efficiency, staying legally compliant, and ultimately growing their business. And if you want to operate now, currently you have to manage 5 to 6 different software integrations, which is 5 to 6 different customer success managers, 5 to 6 different customer service managers, and also it's 5 to 6 different payments that you have to manage as well. So for a mom and pop shop, that is a huge hassle. That's a loss of time, a loss of money that are extremely valuable in other areas of their business. So we tackle this problem with an all-in-one management software. So Service Ganja is a technology platform that makes dispensaries better. That's our motto, and that's what we do. And we do that by combining the compliance, the point of sale, the front of the house, the back of the house, and with customer-facing technologies. So we help dispensaries stay compliant, which is the lifeblood of the industry, increase their revenue, increase customer retention, and ultimately to grow their business. So, we came about, this started, I had invested and helped a friend of mine start a dispensary in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I'm from. And through that process, we uncovered a lot of problems within, the current industry. We thought it was just, hey, our shortcomings moving into the industry. But as we continue to ask and grow and network, we learned this was a problem that everyone like us was experiencing. So March 2020 is when we began, building out the product. And June is we did a soft beta launch. Just kind of break it, tell us what you guys feel. And in July, we did an alpha launch where we gained about 30 plus beta users to where now we have our target of live launch, which is September. So our team, consists of, 4 talented, very hungry individuals, of MBAs with also startup experience. And, right now, within Capital Factory, what we needed, that would help us move forward, is access to, angels as we continue to, grow our business. And, right now our market is very aggressive. It's kind of in a race to real estate. So as we, grow aggressively, we need capital to continue to move forward, and also, great advisors and mentors that will, continue to guide us, moving forward, along the way as we continue to enter the market and be successful.
I am so sorry. My mouse was not working there for a second. So let's bring up Adrienne for her suggestions. And then I actually have a suggestion as well. As someone from Capital Factory, one of our members who is very passionate about this, that I can connect you with via email. So Mark Morris.
Hey, Adrienne, I can see you,
Hey.
but don't be weird.
Well, hi, great pitch. I was really, it seems like you guys have built like a pretty comprehensive dashboard for an industry that I'm sure is only going to grow. That was an unintentional pun. But anyway, so I was looking through our mentors to see if there were some good like retail tech people that I could connect you with. And there were 2 that stood out to me. The first is Jigesh Vora. He is the founder and CEO at SwiftGo. And it seemed like that he might have some interesting experience that, might help you in terms of getting placements and things like that. In terms of angels, I can definitely look and see what we've got in the Houston area. Houston's a little bit more conservative with this kind of market, though. So I will put out some careful inquiries and see what we can find. And then the other, I have too many tabs open on my page? Sorry. The other person that I found was Sterling Smith, also one of our mentors. Both of these guys have office hours, plenty of office hours coming up. So I would recommend just like snagging some time with them and picking their brain a little bit about that. And then, like I said, I'll add some more stuff to the spreadsheet in terms of angels and funding type sources.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Adrienne. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, Sean.
And I just got another suggestion in, Farja from Hire Kana, and I will make sure to put that down on the list as well. But thank you so much, Sean. And if you just want to head over to the attendee side and chat with the attendees there.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca.
All right. Thanks. We're going to move on now to our last and final, I would say more, it's last pitch, Organic Robotics Corporation. So through Lightface Lightface measures touch in real time. And then their Twitter is Organic Robotics if anybody wants to tweet at them. And if we can bring Elida up, hopefully I said that. Did I say that well? Elida?
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Well, you have pitch.
Great. So first, I forgot that it was 70s themed. Apologies, but I'm still wearing something colorful, so maybe it counts. But so our company at Organic Robotics, we make stretchable sensors called Lightlace that can measure touch. So pressure and strain is what we're measuring. And our Lightlace sensors are washable. They're not subject to electromagnetic interference. They're inexpensive and they offer really accurate data. So there are a lot of applications we can go for, but for our first focus, we decided to go with human performance measurements for both the military as well as sports applications. So What makes us different than other competitors is that our sensors can be integrated into garments to measure specific muscle activation, so muscle fatigue data in real time. And as you see on the photo on the left side is the current prototype we're working on, the garment, and it comes with a detachable electronics box, which makes the garment washable, like I mentioned before. But yeah, currently we're looking into the sports industry, specifically baseball, but we're open to exploring other areas as well. And with the military, we're trying to work with the army for also respiration patches, which is a little bit different than the garments you see here. And we just got our first SBIR from NSF as a phase 1. Really excited about this, but we're also hoping to raise some more funds. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So if anybody is currently in the events or Voltron chat, drop your suggestions there. But let's bring up Adrienne so she can provide her suggestions.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't worry. I also forgot the memo about the 70s thing. So, and you're way more colorful than I am. So you win. Very cool technology. Very cool. I've spent like probably an hour just watching all the little videos and showing them to my husband on your website, with like the hands touching all the fruit.
Yeah.
It's very cool, guys. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. So I had a couple of suggestions. I wasn't sure what particular industry you guys were focusing on. So the first suggestion I had was Dallas Snell. He works in AR, he has augmented reality. I wouldn't say focus, but anyways, that's one of his things. And so, if you were looking into going into that space more, then that might be useful. And then Kishan from he's from the Venture Capital Group. He has a robotics interest, and he has done some work with NASA and the aerospace industry. So he could have some very interesting connections. In fact, today he and I were talking about the space ventures group, and just all the applications there. So if that was something that you guys were looking into, I know they're always doing tons of human performance research. So that could be a cool connection as well. So those were my suggestions. Right. Rebecca, did you have any?
Yeah, so Caroline Tosbeth, our mentor manager at Capital Factory, suggests Knightsgate Ventures. We'll write that down and get that information from her as well. But yeah, awesome. So we are going to, if you could just, of course, go to the attendee side in case anybody would like to chat with you. Also, all of the links for every single company that pitched has been sent out by Autumn. So if you want to go check out any of their websites, you can also find more information about each company in the Pitching Companies booth tab on the left-hand side of your screen. So we are going to move on, but thank you so much, Adrienne, and thank you, Elida. But before we do so and move on to our next trivia question, we are going to bring Joshua Baer up again. He is going to be, he's going to talk briefly about the resources that we have at Capital Factory and why you should be a member if you aren't already. And he's just going to kind of dive deep into those and let you know what we're doing here. So if we could get Josh up again, and feel free to take it away whenever you want, Josh.
Thanks to everybody for all the shout outs. You really make a difference when you do that. I want to leave you a couple more thoughts about how you can make the most of Capital Factory during COVID while everything is going virtual, because it is still going strong. You can still come to the co-working space. It's pretty quiet there, but the activity's happening online. It's happening in Slack, it's happening in Union, and it's happening in Sococo. And so here's how you can tap in. First of all, make sure you're in the Capital Factory Slack. We have a Ask Me Anything session going every morning with a different mentor or investor at 9:30 a.m. And it's a live session where you can ask questions and they're there answering. And you can also just see the questions that everybody else asks. It's a great way to start off your day and to learn about all the different people and resources that are available to you here at Capital Factory. So check that out every morning, 9:30 a.m. in our Slack channel in the Ask Me Anything. In addition to that, there's a bunch of other really useful channels there. Channels like requests for help, requests for feedback, requests for mentors, job postings, news, other types of topics. So check out what's there and figure out how you can use the Slack channel to find and meet the people that you need to know and to get the information and help that you need to. Second thing is Union. Of course, I hope you all know about Union already, but Union is the way that you connect to the mentors at Capital Factory. And it's also the way that investors find out about you too. So it's important that you have a Union profile, that you fill it out, really make it complete, put all your information in there so that when somebody looks you up, they can find out more about you and it's not just a blank page. And then you use that to find mentors and other people with office hours you can plug into. And we have regular mentors that are doing office hours every month that you can meet with on an ongoing basis. And then we also have guest mentors coming in all the time. So you should always be scanning to see who else is coming in that you might be able to plug into. And watch for the posts from Caroline and the rest of the mentor team on Slack and other places. Finally, there's Sococo. And Sococo is a virtual world that we've launched to recreate some of the serendipity of being at Capital Factory in person. And you get a little avatar, you see a floor with offices and spaces you can walk around. We're hosting events in there. We are having office hours in there. My team, I'm in there every day, working there all day, and you can be in there too. So you can have access to the floor that we have now. You can use it. You can book conference rooms. You can invite other people to come do meetings with you there. And as we evolve, as we learn about it, you can even you'll be able to have your own office there too. So please try out Sococo, check it out. It's free. It's part of your membership. This is part of being a Capital Factory community member is you get access to the Slack, you get access to Union, and you get access to Sococo. And so please dig into those, check them out. I'm in there every day, and I hope to see you there too.
All right. Thanks so much, Josh. And like Josh said, we have so many of those resources as members. So if you aren't already utilizing those, please make sure to do so. If you have any questions on how to use them or how to access any of those platforms, please let us know. And we are all happy to help you. And with that, we are going to move on to trivia question number 2. So guys, I know if anybody has attended this event before, I feel a little bit notorious for not picking the best trivia questions. Since I'm not good at trivia, I don't know what good trivia is. So hopefully the next couple questions are easier than they were last month. But we are going to move into our regular trivia. In 2009, Zappos.com was acquired by which company? Oh, should I sing? Do, 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 do. Rick Smith. Yes, you are correct. It is Amazon. So Amazon acquired Zappos.com in 2009. And Rick, please email me or you can Slack me and I will get you that $25 gift card. And we are, just a reminder, we do have one last trivia type question left. So stick around for that. It's coming up soon. But before we get to that last trivia question, we are going to hear about our virtual meetups. So as we, as we adjusted to our new normal, we had to pivot and also adjust the meetups that we host every day at Capital Factory. And so to discuss those meetups a little bit further, we are going to have Alex Wiesenthal, our meetup coordinator, our meetup and event coordinator, talk about this a little bit more. So if we could bring Alex up, please.
Hi,
Hello.
can you hear me and see me well?
Yes, we can. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Wiesenthal. I'm based in Austin, Texas, and I'm an event coordinator at Capital Factory. I coordinate our meetups along with Tret, who you'll see in the chat, but we have 93 meetups throughout Austin and Dallas, and we're looking for some in Houston too. We have about 180 meetup organizers who make those events happen. They usually happen after 5 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, and they're free and open to the public. So if there's anything you're interested in, we probably have a meetup for it. Everything is up to date on our website as well as Union, and our newsletter goes out every Sunday with the meetups for the week. So definitely subscribe to that and check those resources if you haven't. Today we have Ashley Odom, and she is here from the Open Data Science Community Meetup, and I believe they're meeting on Tuesday. So this is great timing to promote her meetup. But thanks, Ashley, for being here, and I'll let you take it from here.
Great, I'm on.
Hi, you are.
All right, thanks you all. I am an organizer for ODSC, which is the Open Data Science Community Meetup. And prior to COVID, you might have come to our meetup for the free pizza. But now the selling point is we have virtual talks. And we would be really happy to have you join us on the 24th. Our next meetup topic is learning from Kaggle. And we have a Kaggle expert. For those of you who aren't in the data science community, Kaggle is kind of the competitive sport for data scientists. So that talk should be really interesting. In general, we have lectures, workshops, and other networking events. We're focused on the open source languages, and so we tend to be a little bit less involved with having vendors on and so forth. But we'd love to have you give a talk or come and join us at the meetup. Happy to answer any questions, or feel free to get in touch. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ashley. And we did send your Eventbrite link out, or your meetup.com link, whichever one it was, out to the attendees, so they can check that out. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. Bye. All right. So if you are interested in learning more about our meetups, or hosting a meetup yourself, you can email us or email Alex at alexwiesenthal.com. If we can just send her her email out as well. So yeah, that's an option for everybody. If you're really interested in still hosting anything virtually, we are still doing virtual meetups, and they are free. So we are going to move on to our last trivia question. So I'm just gonna, final round. And our final round is going to be logo trivia. So I essentially took a logo, broke it up a little bit to see if anybody could figure out what it was. But before we do go on to that, I noticed that there was that some people are chatting out in the event chat, and then some are chatting out into the Voltron chat. So you can see that the two different chats at the top right of your screen. If everybody would just go over to the Voltron chat and put your answers there, that way we make sure we know exactly who wins. So please don't use the event chat just now. Please use the Voltron chat for this one. So without further ado, here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boop. Do 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 do. Anyone? This should have given it away, I think. Who's fast enough? Yes. So okay, it looks like we have a couple. So Jacob Gus. Yes, it's a PlayStation. And Jacob Gus, it looks like you won that round. So if you could email me at rebecca.zinsmeyer@capitalfactory.com. Autumn will put that in the chat for you to do so. But with that, we are going to close out our community showcase for this month. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to be here with us, and just take some time off, and hopefully you had some fun at this event. But if you did have fun, make sure to come back to one of our upcoming events. So on Tuesday, September 8th, we are going to host our Open Coffee, which is a monthly event that we have for all entrepreneurs. And it is on Sococo, the platform that Josh showed us earlier. And that platform will allow us to network via audio and camera. So you will be able to network like the old days, but make sure to attend that event. Our Latinx in Tech event summit is going to be September 8th as well. And that is for all Latinx entrepreneurs and allies that want to learn more about the Latinx community in tech and how to help their initiatives. Tuesday, September 20th, we are going to have Intro to Fundraising and Ask Me Anything. So that event is we usually get venture capitalists to come in and just speak with you guys and answer any of the questions you have and discuss how you can fundraise for your company. And then last but not least, Thursday, September 17th, we are hosting another Capital Factory Community Showcase. If you have any themes that you want for next month, feel free to let us know in the chat. I know that you can only see me and some of the other pitches dressed up, but we always want everybody to have as much fun. So if you miss dressing up and just miss doing your hair, I do, then let me know, and let all of us know if you have a theme preference for next month. But with that being said, we are finished Farewell, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Thank you again for coming, and we'll see you again.